I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve. Oh my goodness. So, ladies and gentlemen, bruh, I don't know what to tell you, man. Do I call it or do I call it? I don't know what to tell. I say jokes, but I will never tell a lie to you. Because if you haven't seen what has been going on in the Republican Party lately, it is a mess. And speaking of messes, that leads us to Rob Bussy Smith. So what is happening to Rob Bussy Smith is going to happen to every black Republican conservative. Because if you have an ounce, a shred of integrity, right? A shred of just if you value your self-worth, you're going to leave. Because what is happening with the Republican Party, with the conservative movement, it is going complete lily white. It is going, hey, if you're not white, if you don't want to stop what they believe is anti-white racism, if you're not for white people, if you're not for what we believe and what we think is right, then you need to get out. That's what's going on right now. And sure enough, okay, what has happened to Rob Smith, that Rob Smith has left the Republican Party. Oh, shocker. Oh my God. Oh no, what are they going to do?
So the neo-Nazis and the white supremacists wanted me out of the Republican Party, and guess what? I'm out. This is Can't Cancel Rob Smith.
And it's hilarious because first off, if we're going to be honest, when it comes to Republicans and conservatives, he should have never been there in the first place. I said this from the jump. I was like, why are y'all inviting all the alphabet here? Like, these mofos shouldn't be here. They have nothing to do with Republicans or conservative principles and stuff like that. What happens? I leave, right? I left, just so we're clear, I left at the top, okay? I left at the peak. I wasn't kicked out. No one pushed me out. No one surrounded me. I was like, you know what? These mofos are hypocrites because it seems that they have a different sentiment towards black victims when the same thing happens than they do towards white victims. And I was like, I'm not dealing with this hypocrisy. This is foolishness. Y'all can miss me with that nonsense. I'm out. This man, Rob Smith, has left at the bottom of the bottom. And y'all know what triggered Rob Smith to leave the Republican Party? Bro, I kid you not. It all started with the culture war event. Because this goes to show how much of a demon Charlie Kirk is. This man brought a gay black man to a culture war event. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. The same mofos who are constantly talking about, we got to stop the left, we got to stop the alphabet. They are praising Israel in engaging in gay marriage and bring a gay black man to a culture war event. Bro, this is why when I started seeing stuff like that, I was like, oh, these fools don't care about anything. These fools don't care about anything. You had Trump talking about he doesn't care if a man goes into a woman's bathroom. I was like, oh, these fools don't care anything about that, right? When it came to the bump stock ban, I was like, oh, there's a certain level of hypocrisy that just kept on showing up. Nevertheless, he's at this cultural war event and he gets BTFO'd, right? Everyone's coming up asking, hey, how does, rear penetration help the conservative movement? How does it benefit Republican movement and what we want to stand for? How does this help us?
We now understand that sexual liberation is political control. It's a form of political control. And you have multiple times advocated on behalf of accepting homosexuality, accepting homosexual acts as normative in the conservative movement. How does sex help us win the culture war?
Charlie Kirk was, of course, he's a veteran. He's a veteran. And it's like, okay, that's cool that he's a veteran. What does that have to do with the conservative principles that you allegedly espouse? You say yourself, you proclaim yourself that you're a Christian, but yet you're bringing someone who is clearly in sin and is promoting sin, right? Not only is he unashamed in his sinful lifestyle, according to what you allegedly believe, but he's now promoting it. You're now promoting it instead of having him, repent and turn from his wicked ways. And now you're having him brought on into a culture war event.
Since when are conservatives worried about what the next man doing in their bedroom?
It was just peak hypocrisy. But nevertheless, That was the first incident. The second incident, broke this man. The second incident, complete. Ross Smith is shattered. That's why I'd like to know, what was he doing in Iraq or whatever? They say he's a Iraq veteran. What was he doing? Was he doing intel? Was he, boot shining? There ain't no way this dude could be this soft, being an Iraq war veteran. I don't know what he was doing in the war. Maybe he was refilling the bullets for the actual soldiers. Hey, let me give you a different magazine for that. There you go. I'm just saying, I don't know what he was doing, but this boy is soft. Because what happens is he was at some Republican event and a bunch of groypers, right? Nick Fuentes' crew. they start, surround him, started saying, gay sex.
Man, I got some man. Wait a minute. Gay sex.
And then he's like, Rob, who clearly doesn't know what to do. He starts smiling, like, yes. Well, you know who likes that? Nick Fuentes likes that. And that's never going to end well. That's never going to end well. So what they happen to start saying, they start calling him the, maggots, right? Maggots except without the M, okay? And then it eventually transitions to America first.
America first. America first. America first. America first. America first.
So you have a whole bunch of them going up to them, hey, how does being gay help the Republican conservative movement? How does that help us? Eventually, Rob leaves, and Rob was apparently traumatized. R.I.P. Rob, bro. R.I.P. Rob. But that boy was traumatized. He was so traumatized by it that where does he go? He goes on to CNN. You can't make this up, bro. He went on to CNN, bro. And of course he got flamed for that. But what makes it even better is that he's like tweeting up a storm. He's like, no one called. Fox News didn't call. OAN didn't call. Newsmax didn't call. But you want to know who did? CNN. And it's just like, bro, that's because no one cares. No one cares, bro. No one knows who you are. No one cares, bro. You were a nobody before this movement and you'll be a nobody after it. And that's what's happening. He's falling so far into obscurity that it's sad to see, bro. Because now he's just lashing out. He's just lashing out at everybody. At everybody. He's just like, yo, this is white supremacist, and you know you cannot be in the Republican Party, conservative party, talk about white supremacy. That is a word they do not use, okay? You can say whatever you want. They do not use that word, all right? You can say maybe white liberal, white supremacy, they can't. So naturally, everybody's saying, oh, you're a libtard now. You were never Republican. You were never conservative. And it's just, bon appetit. It's delicioso. It's amazing to see. Because all the people who were ragging on me when I was like, yo, this is some bullcrap. They're not for black people. They're for black people being for white people. That's what they're for. They're not trying to help all Americans. They're trying to help themselves. And when I called out the hypocrisy, that's when, they started calling me the N-word. That's when they said, oh, what happened to you and all this? It's like, bro, I didn't have any walk away movement, right? So actual conservatives, they're shunning. Do you understand? Actual conservatives, they're shunning, and they shun those conservatives to bring in the Candace Owens, to bring in the Rob Bussy Smiths, to bring in, the goofies of the Republican Party that are, what's his name? King Face and everything, Bussy Face, rest in piss. You're bringing in those people. And you're shunning those who actually are free thinkers. And this is the funny part. This is why it's so funny when you have Ben Shapiro, who hired Candace Owens to spew anti-black rhetoric, who he funded this anti-black rhetoric, and now she's back. She's biting the hand that fed her. It's just delicious, right? In this case, you have Rob Bussy Smith, where one incident, I gotta be honest with you, one incident, and now all of a sudden you're just, oh my God, no one cares. No one cares about me. Look at what they said. And here's the funny part. He tried to to put out that when the Republican representatives of Missouri, bruh, one of the Republican representatives of Missouri is caught on video saying the same thing, call him, a maggot, saying America first. And he's like, does anyone care, Missouri? Is this what you guys represent? And they're all like, yo, get out of here, bro. Nobody cares about you. Get out of here. Oh my God, it's so sad, bro. It's so sad how he's just been cast aside. And now where is he? Guess where he's at? He's on YouTube talking about, hey, I'm doing a podcast. Bro, this is the craziest thing ever. This is what's going to happen to all of them. That's the funny part. This is precisely what's going to happen to all of them. Now, the smart ones will keep their mouth shut, right? The smart ones will keep their mouth shut. But if you have a shred of self-respect, a shred of integrity, you can't put up with it, bro. You're not putting up, being in a party that has a Candace Owens, that has a Brandon Tatum. You can't put up with individuals such as, conservatives. You can't do that if you're a self-respecting black person. And the problem is, that's what the party wants. The party wants those who aren't going to see themselves as a black American, who have no attachment to the group, who have no attachment to the community, and they want them to be a Larry Elder. They want them to be a soldier for their political agendas. That's what they want them to be. And because they are insulated to an extent, right? Because there is some insulation that occurs with whether it's with finances, whether it's with, those in the community knowing who they are. So it's like, oh, he's one of the good ones, officers, let him be, right? So there is a certain level of insulation that occurs. But at the end of the day, it may not happen today. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen the day after tomorrow. But sure enough, that wake-up call will happen. It will happen 100%. And unfortunately for some people, right, you may have a Larry Elder, his wake-up call may not happen until he's dead. And then he finds himself, in the lake of fire. That's a horrible wake-up call to have, sir. That's a horrible wake-up call. But nevertheless, I just got to say, this is absolutely hysterical. Seeing the breakdown, just the absolute breakdown of something so mundane. Who cares? You gonna leave the party due to a bunch of freaking kids? Due to a bunch of incels, okay, who've never had the warmth of a woman? That's what causes you to leave the party? Because they surrounded you and called you a maggot and everything? Oh my God, bro, that is snowflake behavior, bro. That is some snowflake behavior. And now you got nowhere to go, bro. You really have nowhere to go because you're a gay independent now. I'm like, what's going on here? I don't understand. Who's going to listen? I really don't know. I wish him the best with his I don't know what career it is because he keeps on saying career. I'm like, what career did this man have? Am I missing something? It reminds me when Candace Owens says career. I'm like, what career did you have? You've been a talking hand for white Jewish people. Is that a career? Is that what we call a career now? I don't know. I guess, man. I guess, hey, everyone has a career now. I don't know what to tell you. But, bro, it's a sad way to go out, bro. So sad. So hilariously sad. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think, whether or not you believe. No, I'm sorry. I hate to do this, but I have to. There is no whether or not, there is no two sides to this, bro. There is no two sides. This dude was a clown coming in, and he's a clown going out, bro. Now he's just a sad clown, right? He was a happy clown when he was on Fox News and everything. Now he's a sad clown on YouTube talking about, you can't cancel Rob Smith. Sir, nobody knows who you are, bro. Nobody knows and nobody cares. Oh, so good. Nevertheless, feel free to like, share, comment. Oh, I can't forget about Disagreement Day. If you happen to disagree with this video, if you're functionally, mentally disabled, and you disagree, you're more than welcome to call in during Disagreement Days, where it's typically held Friday through Sunday. There'll be a number on screen. You call in, we duke it out. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing.
Look, I'm just the MAGA boy. I may be gay, but let's be clear, I'm not your boy. Look, I'm just trying to get your mind right. Student loans bad, debt the rest, that's why your pocket's tight. Government loans for crap degrees. Then you graduate, you ain't out here making any cheese. Illegal immigration tearing up your hood, but you let these politicians tell you that's what's really good? Look, y'all know I'm just a MAGA boy. I'm vote for Donald Trump, but I ain't gonna be no chump. Look, I'm good in any White House. Check my record, I ain't out here just chasing clout.